Welcome everybody, I'm Ayato666. I guess you guys have me trained. I'm actually wearing clothes, even though this is just a Readables. If you're new here, hi, and welcome. Readables is a little series I created, just for fun, and for us to nerd out, and enjoy, and talk about the lore. I don't know, maybe even you're having trouble sleeping. Just watch me read these stories, and maybe it'll help you sleep. But I just like to get into the lore, but I don't necessarily want to hamper down the gameplay. But I still want to read them, you know? So that's what I created the series for. I really like the idea. It hasn't happened yet, but I really like the idea that one day maybe people will put secrets and it'll be like a little game facts board or some shit in comments where we're just talking about the series and having fun and nerding out. That's why I'm here. But anyway, let's get on with this. This is Kirito Kazuto Kirigaya. Kirigaya? Gaia? I'm not even saying it differently. Gaia. I don't know what that is. Kiragaya? I can't even say. Fuck that name. CV Yoshi. I saw tits. And now I see shit. Okay, shits. Yoshitsuku Matsuoka. Okay. The legendary VR MMO player who managed to beat the death game Sword Art Online, also known as the Black Swordsman. When first converting his SAO data to ALO, he chose Spriggan because he liked their black starting equipment. His battle prowess is exceptional, even without belonging to a race optimized for combat. His preferred weapon is a heavy, one-handed sword, but he also likes to dual wield when the situation calls for it. Kirito believes that VR MMOs are true alternate realities and has even formed close personal relationships with NPCs. He is dating Asuna, who has fought alongside him since they met in SAO. There's nothing else, right? No, okay. Also, the news are gone because I was an idiot. I scrolled down like an idiot to see how much text there was. I think I actually did it on my video, so there's just no reason for a camera on these. Come on. If you guys ask for it, I will. But if no one asks for it, I'm not doing it. It's just like, we'll see. We'll see what you guys say. This will be like another step up. Because you guys have already broken one tier, which is why I introduced the face cam. But we'll keep it out of this series until you guys ask for it. That's what I'll do. Asuna Yuki, CV Haruka Tamatsu. Oh, that's a real name? Huh? Kava? CV. I don't know what the fuck that means. A kind-hearted young girl and extremely capable fighter. As a vice leader of the Knights of the Blood Oath, one of the most powerful guilds in SAO, her dazzlingly quick swordplay earned her the title Lightning Flash. That could be taken terribly. In AOL. You got mail. God damn it. In ALO. I almost said it again. She chose to play as an Undyne, a race of water fairies that specializes in magic. But her skill with a rapier remains as sharp as ever. Ha 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 ha, wit. Her habit of blazing into an enemy formations from the back of her own party has led to her being known as the Berserk Healer. Although she is not overtly fond of this new nickname, she is dating Kirito, who has fought alongside her since they met in SAO. What did that have to do with anything? What? Although she's not fond of this nickname, she is dating Kirito. What? Yui, finally they killed her. Kane Ito. An artificial intelligence that Kirito and Asuna met in SAO and adopted as their daughter. She loves her parents very much, and they love her right back-ish. She was originally created as part of SAO's Cardinal System and was the first Mental Health Counseling Program prototype, or MHCP-001. When she moved to Elfheim Online, she was converted into a private pixie, PP, and began helping Kirito and Asuna navigate the world of ALO. Elizabeth Rika Shinozaki, CV Ayahi Takagaki? That's what it looks like. Asuna's best friend normally goes by Liz, a practiced blacksmith who helps her fellow party members by enhancing their weapons and appraising items. Her competitive nature unfortunately does not extend to her customer service skills, which are currently somewhat lacking, though she continues to practice her salesgirl smile in the hopes of improving. She used to have her brown hair, but changed it to pink on Asuna's suggestion. I thought it was red. In ALO, she plays as a leprechaun, a race of blacksmith fairies, and fights with a mace. What the a leprechaun with a mace? That's fucking stupid. Agil? Andrew Gilbert Mills? Oh, I see. AG. I don't know, IL though. Whatever. Hiroki Yasumoto, sorry. Agil is a skilled and steady fighter, and one of the few who have stepped forward to challenge SAO's deadly bosses from the very beginning of the death game. Goddamn, go away. Oh, come on, I'm sorry if you heard that. In addition to his considerable combat skills, he's also supported the assault team as a thrifty merchant. Having gotten to know Kirito and Asuna back in SAO, the three are now fast friends and still frequently adventure together. He is the only member of Kirito's gang who is married in the real world, where he and his wife... God damn it! Where he and his wife own and run the Dicey Cafe together in ALO. He plays a gnome and wields a large two-handed axe in combat. Oh, that's nice. Axe. And he's married. Why didn't you get a ball and chain? Jesus Christ, could you be more on the nose? I was thinking about this idiot at work. At least I get laid. I'm married. I'm like, everybody around him just started laughing. You're married. You don't get laid. You're full of shit. And then he pretty much had to admit it. What the hell movie was that? Where he's like, you think you're never gonna have to masturbate again, then you get married and you find out this is only the beginning. Oh, what the fuck movie? Oh, I can't remember anymore. Silica, Kiko Ayano, Rina Hadaka. What the fuck CV is? A young beast tamer who goes everywhere with her friend and familiar Pina, the feathered dragon. She has had a crush on Kirito ever since he saved her life. Pina is named after her beloved real-world cat. I always wanted to ask you guys that. Is there a limit to crushes? Do they ever go away? It's like, I moved here and a girl told me she had a crush on me and it never went away. It's like, it's not a crush anymore, is it? Like, after so long, it's becomes an obsession or something, right? I don't know. I do like this girl, though. I don't feel like she's obsessed. She just really likes him. I guess some could get worse through time. She didn't really get worse on Kirito, though. Alright, Pina is named after her beloved real-world cat, which ended up being a great source of comfort for her during her time in SAO and ALO. I keep wanting to say AOL. She chose to play a Kate Sith thanks to their affinity for taming monsters. In combat, she uses a dagger and fights in tandem with Pina. Pina, a rare feathered dragon, who Silica be- oh wait. Shirori Izawa. What? I don't know who that is. What is this CV shit? The more I read it... Is it the voice? Do you think it's like the voice actor? That'd be interesting. Silica befriended during her time in SAO. In their day-to-day adventuring, she assists Silica. Yeah, it is a she. With her various breath abilities, and by keeping an eye out for enemies. Ordinarily, tamed monsters don't always listen to their master's command. But Pina has never once ignored one of Silica's requests. To the contrary, she's even gone out of her way to protect Silica from danger. Yeah, she risked her life. In fact, Pina frequently exhibits behavior that resembles a pet, much more than an algorithm, including taking naps with Kirito. Straya, CV Sachika Misawa. Straya was the original second prototype, MHCP. Really? What, like Liz? AI for the cardinal system in SAO. In ALO, she is now effectively Yui's sister. Oh, okay, that's what I thought. It wasn't Liz, it was Yui, okay. And likes to follow in her siblings' footsteps by calling Kirito daddy. That's fucking weird, hang on. What? Straya calls me daddy? Why does she have vampire bite marks on her titty? Likes to follow her siblings' footsteps, blah blah, daddy. Despite their similar origins, she and Yui are quite different. Straya is the very opposite of fastidious and gets bored thinking about complex topics for more than a few seconds. When she converted from SAO to ALO, she ended up as a gnome rather than a pixie, and now excels at using two-handed swords in combat. Oh, Sachi, yeah, I did read it. 7, what? There's a 7? Rainbow Arch. What kind of name is that? That is a fucking awesome name. CV Hisako Kanemoto. A bona fide child prodigy who became a famous scientist at a very young age. She and Kirito's gang were once at odds with each other over the methods she used to conduct her VR MMO research, but have since reconciled and became friends. In ALO, Seven plays a puka and tends to spend her time singing as an idol more than she does slicing up monsters. What? I don't fucking remember Seven at all. Seijiro Kikuoka. Well, CV of... I think I need coffee, hang on. Let me try to read this though. Toshiyuki Morikawa. I think I'm watching too much Japanese stuff. Or not enough. An employee of the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications, he is in charge of the government efforts to support the SAO survivors and continue to monitor the various VR MMO worlds for possible new dangers, recognizing Kirito as a skilled and trustworthy son of a bitch. He sometimes asks him... I had to make it work somehow, I tried. I was gonna say person and then it just went with son of a bitch. He sometimes asks him to investigate the latest VR MMO developments from the inside. Alright. Sorry, I got my drink. Obviously. Argo. Shirori Azawa. Oh, this fucking weird catsuit son of a bitch. An info broker who also goes by the moniker the Rat. What? You're supposed to be a rat? And an old... Who the fuck would trust the Rat? What the fuck? And an old friend of Kirito's from SAO's beta days. Her skill at acquiring information, I forgot that I found out this was a girl and I was amazed. Information has been legendary ever since she began distributing free strategy guides in SAO, an effort that greatly contributed to the player's survival rate. Here in ALO, she has chosen to play as a Kate Sith, despite or because of her favorite nickname. Lifa Shugua? Kiragawa, and her CV is Ayana? Yeah, that's what it is. Ayana Takatatsu. Kirito's real-life sister, technically, they're just cousins, and a veteran ALO player. She has been practicing kendo from a young age and is good enough to compete on the national level. These skills have served her well in ALO, where she exhibits magnificent swordsmanship when paired with her capable support magic. The result is an exceptional all-around fighter. On top of that, she is also a top-notch flyer, even for Sylph, so much so that her dedication to high-speed flight has earned her the nickname Speedoholic. Speedoholic. I'm trying to picture in Speedos. Hang on. Sinon Shino Asada. CV Miyuki Sawashiro. A cool-headed, highly intelligent young girl with a penchant for... I don't know why I did that. For reading in combat. She takes advantage... What? Oh, okay, I was gonna say for reading in combat. So, hang on, guys! Let's do this! For reading in combat, she takes advantage of her enhanced Kate Sith eyesight and natural sharpshooter skills to wield a bow. One of the most difficult weapons in the game, it's a bow. What? With incredible precision. When it comes to ranged attacks, not even Kirito can hold a candle to her. I'm sure he could. It's a really stupid... That's another saying that can go suck a donkey dick. I can't hold a candle to you? Yeah, I can. Give me a fucking candle, dude. I'll fucking throw it at your face. What the hell are you talking about? I've never understood that saying either. Someone's gonna like fucking meleeing my ass, but the proverb means this. I don't fucking believe you. I don't think it means what it used to anymore. They don't use it in the right context. Because this is a shooting thing. Like, I can hold a candle to her while she shoots. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Fuck that saying. Yuki Kono. Aoi Yuki. I gotta draw that out because there's two U's. Yuki? I don't know. Don't let her innocent appearance fool you. What? Yuki? Oh yeah, that's the one I like. With reaction times that easily rival Kirito's, Yuki is the most famous and most skilled sword fighter in all of ALO, so much that she has earned the nickname Zekken, or Ultimate Sword. In real life, she is hospitalized as a metacuboid, from which she connects to ALO and the rest of the online world. She plays as an imp, one of the Dark Fairies, and her weapon of choice is a weapons of choice are a one-handed sword which she used... No, what? It was weapon. God damn it! I was trying to be careful and do that right. Her weapon of choice is the one-handed sword, which she uses devastatingly in a fucking shit. How did... She uses the devastating effect in her 11-hit original sword skill, Mother's Rosario. Well, I butchered one of them. Kirito. I know we read this. Alright, now we are on people. No, what? Oh, you hit all one. Black Lotus. This is, Arwa. What? Awa? Awa. What? The fuck's a... Sword Art? What the fuck's their game called? Is it in here somewhere? I'm looking. I'm sure we'll find out in here somewhere. I don't remember what AW is. This is Black Lotus? Oh god. Kuro Yukahime Sachika Misawa is her CV. The leader of the Black Legion, Neganebulus, also known as the Black King, a dedicated melee fighter. All 4 of her limbs are actually blades so sharp and deadly they earned the title World End. Jesus Christ. Of Brain's Burst few level 9 players, she is the only one who aspires to reach its 10th maximum level, and she believes that reaching it will uncover the truth of the accelerated world. There you go, it's called Accelerated World. In real life, she and her guild members attend the same school, Umesato Junior High, her in grade 8, the others in grade 7, where she is the head of the student council. Kuro Yukahime is actually a real nickname meaning Snow Black. Her real name means a mystery. What the fuck is Snow Black? If it's black snow and it's just night, what the fuck you talk about Snow Black? Why would snow be black? I don't even fucking understand that. Shouldn't it be black snow? I don't understand what I'm reading. Silver Crow, Haruyuki Arita, CV Yuki Kaiji, a member of Neganebulus and the first burst linker. Oh, it sounds like a fucking porno move or something. To achieve true flight, that is clearly flight, in Brain Burst, which he uses to skillful effect in battle. In real life, he is a short, fat, and timid 13-year-old boy. That's how I was. He used to be the target of a constant bullying, but ever since Kuro Yukahime took notice of his innate talent for video games and recruited him to the accelerated world, he has begun to grow stronger both mentally and physically. How is that even fucking possible? How do you discover someone? Well, we have YouTube, but in this world they don't seem to have that, so how the fuck do you discover someone? You, little fat kid! Can you play video games? Like, how do you discover that? Metatron, CV, Yukana? Why is that making me think of Americana? Yukana? Wow, that's a weird one. Full name, Archangel Metatron. As one of the 4 deities, she used to be an extremely powerful legend-class enemy, tasked with guarding the Shiba Park dungeon. While she would never leave the dungeon under her own will, the Acceleration Research Society found a way to forcibly tame her and set her to guard their base. Excuse me a second. In the battle that followed, she spent so much of her life force that she nearly died, but was brought back from the brink through the bond that she shared with Haruyuki. She has since been classified as a member of the Neganebulus by Kuro Yukahime. Yukahime, whatever, I'm doing what I can. Yukihime. Though she still insists that she's never formally agreed to join. I was gonna say, you don't really act a part of them at all. This is Skyraker, Fuko Kurosaki, Ayo Endo, Ash Roller's Guardian, and Silver Crow Incarnate, System Instructor. She used to be Wind in the old Neganebulus group? Elements? Oh, okay, she used to work for the Neganebulus, okay. But retired from the front lines after becoming obsessed with flight, to the point where she had her own legs cut off in order to make herself lighter. Jesus fucking Christ. No! I can get higher! Cut these fuckers off! Oh my god! Fortunately, Haruyuki found a way to bring them back. At first impression, she comes across as a demure? I don't even know what that word is. Mild-mannered young lady. But those she decides to teach soon discover that her training style is best described as ruthless with a smile. Ardor Maiden, Utai Shinomiya? What? Yeah, that's what I'm going with. And her CV is Yumi Hara, one of the Neganebulus Old Guard, where she was fire in the elements. Oh nice, another one. She specializes in long-range flame attacks with her bow, also known as the Maiden of Purification. She uses the Incarnate system to perform special purification techniques and no-based dances that can unleash devastating power across a wide area. In real life, she's a precocious 9-year-old girl who attends Matsunoki Elementary. I'm sorry, there's a lot of... okay, now the butterflies and stuff are starting to make sense because they're kids. Now this stuff's starting to make a lot more sense on this series. On the elementary school, which is part of the same school district as Haruyuki Umesato Junior High. Scarlet Rain's 11. Oh my god. Well, there goes... Wow. I really immediately want to go back and delete my previous. I was like, damn, the things I do to that butterfly. Shut up. Fucking shit. I didn't know anything about this series. Shut up. Fucking shit. Give me a sec. I want to finish this drink. Scarlet Rain. Yuniko Kozuki. CV Rina Hadaka. The leader of the Red Legion Prominence, known as the Red King by the Brain Burst community, she is best known to her friends as Nico. After pouring all of her level up bonuses into ranged attacks, can you stop itching back? Stop it! Her enhanced armament, Invincible, has become an absolute powerhouse. Her ability to unleash devastating firepower upon her opponents, which she once used to defeat no fewer than 30 people at once without moving an inch, has earned her the nicknames Immobile Fortress and Bloody Storm. In real life, she's an 11-year-old orphan. Aww. Blood Leopard. Mihaya Kakai. CV Ayato Kawasumi. Prominence is second in command and Nico's loyal aide. She is being able... What? No, there's no being there. I need to scratch my back, clearly. Stop it, back. Of course, now there's nothing fucking scratchy that can scratch, really? I'm gonna slap it with this bottle, hang on. Oh yeah. Yep, that's not doing a goddamn thing. Fucking shit. Well, I'm just gonna deal with it. What are we doing? Where the hell was I? I'm just gonna have to read the whole thing, sorry. Prominence is second in command and Nico's loyal aide. She is able to switch between a humanoid and beast form to speedily bring down her prey. She often takes part in special battles at the Akihabara Battlegrounds, a secret arena for burst linkers. It just sounds like you fucking link your semen or something. Where her earnings have now reached jaw-dropping figures, also known as the Bloody Kitty. Yeah, kitty! Alright. The rect. The rectum, really? Is it? Oh, this is an ALO thing? Oh, you have the rectum in AOL? The company that owns and operates ALO. They began by buying all the data for SAO in the wake of the Death Gain, then repurposed its core systems to build ALO. Oh. So it's not the same dude anymore, okay. Mega Nebulous. The Legion, led by the Black King, Black Lotus. Its color, unsurprisingly, is also black. As one of Brain Burst's 7 Great Legions, it controls the Suganami Ward in Tokyo. It was once a much bigger organization, with a headquarters in Shibuya, but fell apart after a hugely unpleasant incident that took place 3 years ago. In recent times, it has begun to regain its former glory now that Haruyuki and his friends have joined it. Though its ranks are currently few in number, it is swiftly becoming a force to be reckoned with once again. Prominence. The Legion, led by the Red King, Scarlet Rain. 3 guesses as to what color it belongs to. I'm hoping pink. Scarlet Rain is actually the Legion's second leader. The first was Red Rider. I almost said Red Riddler. Oh my god. You think Red Rider is a Red Rocket? Who was erased from Brain Burst when Black Lotus assassinated him and caused him to lose all his BP. That's fucked up. Because then the game deletes itself and... Oh, that's fucked up. So that dude probably hates that son of a bitch. While the Legion has devolved into mild chaos after losing its leader, it quickly got its act together once Scarlet Rain reached level 9 and was appointed as its new leader. Its territory stretches from the Narima Ward to the northern half of the Nakano Ward. Oh my god! Demon City, that sounds awesome. Altheim, yeah, I love reading this stuff. I don't know why. I just do. Especially if it's written well. This is actually written pretty damn well. I'm having fun with it. There's a couple readables that I'm surprising, like, really fun. A couple that were like, but like a really good example. I like doing this stuff. This is why I like doing this. I can talk to you guys like this. Doom was fucking surprisingly amazing. If you skipped reading that stuff, you missed a lot of great stuff. They really made that fun and really thought the story out. Mega Man's fucking fun to read. Half the shit you think what it is, oh, what it actually is even funnier. The fuck else, dude? There's so many readables. I'm so glad I started this series. Batman was kind of meh. I actually thought that would be better. I don't know. Here we go. Elfheim, a land of fairies that acts as the setting for the world of ALO. Each of the fairy races resides in their own territory, and most players stick close to their respective races' home bases. In the center, I had to back away from the mic so you didn't hear that. In the center of the land stands an enormous tree known as Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil? I have no fucking idea. The World Tree. Its roots are home to the largest neutral city in all of ALO. Alni. For France. What the fuck? Neutral? Oh, whatever. Svartalfheim. It still sounds like a fart. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you didn't realize it sounds like a fart? Svart. I svarted. It's a stupid name. I'm sorry. Maybe in, like, Japan it translates to something better, but I don't think I could get into a game that... I don't know, we're all Svart. What the hell would be the... I'm trying to think of the name. You're from Wisconsin. What the hell is it? I can't think of it. You know what I mean. What the name would be? Spartians? What the fuck? What the fuck would they be called? A brand new area consisting of 5 floating islands that was added to ALO as a part of a major expansion. Movement between the islands is handled by teleportation gates stationed throughout each area. As it is part of ALO's neutral zone, many players from all different races can be found there. The floating city of Rin. I've been saying rain, haven't I? The sole central city of Svartalfheim that takes up an entire island all on its own. It used to have the feel of a laid-back, peaceful little town, but now has become a futuristic city of bright lights and modern buildings. Dicey Cafe. Doesn't sound like a fucking place you want to go to. A real-world cafe. Accel owns and runs together with his wife. Oh, what? He named after the real thing? Their most popular menu items include gourmet coffee and Accel's home cooking. During the time he was trapped in SAO, his wife was the one who handled all the cafe-related matters. After Rin was transformed by brainburst data, Accel moved fast to secure an empty storefront and open up a new branch of his trademark cafe in Rin. Otherworld. Original. What the fuck? Mysterious spaces. What does that mean? It was made up for this game? Looks like it. Mysterious spaces that have appeared seemingly out of nowhere across Svartalfheim. As a result of brainburst's erosion, ALO players are able to travel to them through the use of warp gates. Upon passing through a gate, players are greeted with an area that closely resembles one of brainburst's numerous stages. Downtown stage. Accel World. A stage set in a nighttime city adorned with neon lights. The stage primarily is responsible for Rin's new look. Oh, the other reason I want to do this, I don't know if I told you guys this. This has got an extensive tutorial, and if I keep taking breaks, and I want to come back to this, instead of making you guys suffer through me learning the controls over and over and over again, with me having this, I can just go to my Readables playlist, watch it, set up my shit, set up my microphone, get my shit ready, boom, I'm ready to play. So, that's another reason I like to do this. Are we reading this? No. Erosion stage, a stage where every single object is in varying states of decay. True to its name, the erosive influence of the stage is what led to decrepit old buildings appearing throughout Woglinde, the island of meadows. World's End stage, a stage that seems to accurately depict what a ruined world at the end of its ropes would look like. This is one of Ash's personal favorites, and the site where he and Crow had their first battle and subsequent rematch appeared in ALO as an otherworld. Highest level. As its name implies, it is the highest vantage point to be found in Virtual World. Those who can ascend to the highest level can observe any and all phenomena taking place in any given virtual world. In contrast, the unlimited neutral field is known as the mean level. Common battlefields are known as the low level, and the real world is known as the lowest level. That's fucked up. Demon City stage. A stage made up of cold, unwelcoming steel buildings. One of its most distinct characteristics is how the objects that make up its geography are abnormally tough. This stage is responsible for the changes that appeared throughout Flosshilde. The Ring of Ice. That Flosshilde is a weird one. Enemies. Persona Vabel, the Twilight Witch. Number 1. Oh, this is original? Huh. a mysterious female avatar that appeared seemingly out of nowhere. She possesses special admin-like privileges that enable her to do things like summon a mysterious tower and enlist powerful monsters to protect it. As part of her plan to bring about the twilight of the gods, she imprisoned Yui before Asuna's eyes. I think the Persona Fable's my favorite character in the game. Enemy! Monsters that can be found wandering around the field. In Brain Burst, enemies are divided into 5 ranks, according to their strength, from strongest to weakest. There are God class, Legend class, Beast class, Wild class, and Lesser class. However, even the weakest enemies are not to be trifled with. For most players, a raid is their only hope of defeating a single Lesser class monster. In contrast, God and Legend classes are considered so overwhelmingly strong that they are practically impossible to defeat. So that's why we fought a level 1? Are you fucking serious? Hopefully this is just talking shit. Being. The term Metatron uses for herself and her fellow enemies. Unlike enemies, which overtly implies hostile intent, being refers to native. Sorry, yawn hit me out of nowhere. Non-aggressive entities. Mo. Oh my god, PP. Hey, what time is it? Let me check something. Damn, this might be pieced together. This might be like fucking 2 hours. Because we still got system. Wait, system? Objects, miscellaneous, and then tips. Shit! Alright, let's get to work. Stands for a virtual reality massive multiplayer online game. Game is not officially part of the term, but it is strongly implied nonetheless. In this time, players are able to truly immerse themselves in their alternate realities through the use of special gear that enables them to not just see, but feel as if they were really there. That's fucking awesome. The world's very first such VR MMO, Sword Art Online, was announced to enormous fanfare and became a topic of constant discussion right up through its release. That'd be fucking amazing. I still can't believe it's like the one series that hasn't touched VR yet. What? Does that make any goddamn sense to anyone else? Am I the only one that's like, what? I get it, these games are insanely long, but I don't even care, dude. You don't even have to touch up the graphics. If it looks like this, I'll play it in VR. I don't give a shit. I would love to have the series in VR. SAO stands for Sword Art Online. In this game, all players start on floor 1 of the enormous floating castle known as Aincrad, and attempt to make their way to the top point on floor 100. All the while exploring dungeons and fighting monsters. Players can choose to develop numerous skills, including combat, blacksmithing, cooking, and even low-key activities like needlework. What? Did you just try to put crochet as needlework to trick people, enabling them to lead fully realized alternate lives within its world? Needlework. The game was all set to become a breakout hit upon its release, but almost as soon as it officially began service, the first 10,000 players found themselves unable to log out, learning instead that dying in SAO would lead to their actual death in real life. The only way to escape was for someone to reach floor 100 and beat the game. ALO stands for Elfheim Online, a VR MMO set in a magical land of fairies. Players begin by choosing one of 9 fairy races for their character, then work together with other players to beat quests in their race's territory. One of its biggest draws is its specially developed flight engine that gives players the ability to fly. It was built off the same servers and gameplay systems as SAO, and enjoys the same high level of verisimilitude. A recent major expansion added the Svartalfheim area, a whole new series of floating islands located in neutral territory. Fairy races. When players launch ALO for the first time, they must choose one of 9 fairy races for their avatar, each with distinct characteristics. These races include the Sylphs, Wind, the Salamanders, Fire, the Spriggans, Shadow, the Kate Sith, Cat, the Undines, Water, the Gnomes, Earth, the Leprechauns, Blacksmith, the Imps, Dark, and the Pukas, Music. What the fuck? Each race has their own territory and are in constant competition with each other. Wow. Cardinal. An intelligent game system that oversaw every aspect of SAO, designed specifically so as not to require maintenance. It managed monster and NPC AI, items, currency, spawn rates, and every other facet of the game to ensure that the game world remains balanced. ALO is also run by this system, since it uses the same servers as SAO. I'm in a perpetual burp machine here. I gotta drink more coffee though, hang on. That's why it's a perpetual burp machine. I gotta fucking have caffeine. I gotta stay up today. I got shit to do. Can I open this? Why don't I do cocaine? I don't have any fucking nails. God damn it. Oh, come on. I ripped the part that didn't fucking do anything. I still can't open. Oh yeah. Don't you even... You guys go, oh, I need face cam for this. You better not. It'd be nice to have one little series. I don't really do these all that often anyways. Also, I didn't say that. I don't think I have said this, and I should. Thank you to whoever has been supporting the series, because every time I make this, someone does watch it. So thank you. It's something different I don't see anyone doing. I wanted to try something different, so thank you. Alright, Cardinal. You read that? Yep. MHCP stands for Mental Health Counseling Program. These programs, oh my god, that was UE was supposed to be mental health? What the fuck? Whatever, well, calm down. Stands for Mental Health Counseling Program. These programs consist of advanced ALSs, whose job was to offer mental health care services for SAO players. The emotion algorithms employed for these AIs was designed to be indistinguishable from humans, so that players would be able to interact with them as naturally as a real person. PP, Private Pixie. A kind of personal navigation AI that was first implemented in ALO. They take the form of tiny pixies who are much smaller than the players. Today there are very few players who make use of them. They are now much fewer in number? Guess they're not that private. Full dive. The act of strapping on... God damn it. I can't read this, hang on. Alright, the act of strapping, okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't think that means the same thing to the people that translated this. I'm getting a completely different picture than it wants me to get. Oh, hang on. Oh, Jesus Christ. It is 4 in the morning, so you guys may not be having this much trouble reading this. The act of strapping... I'm gonna have to edit this, aren't I? Oh, god damn it. The act of strapping on totally immersive VR gear and diving into a virtual world. Please don't say strap on again. In this state, players' senses are completely shut off from the real world and fed artificial data from the VR gear that stimulates their nervous systems directly. The result is a true sense of immersion that makes VR feel just as reality. That's the cool thing. I have PSVR, and while yeah, it may be the lowest of the low right now, I still fucking love it, and it's so like it's so good that even though it doesn't have anything like this, it does feel like you're there. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Your knees get shaky when you're on high stuff. Like, it's fucking incredible. Teleportation gate, a kind of portal that acts as an instantaneous form of transport between towns. These were used in SAO to travel across floors in Svartalfheim. They also handle access to different islands. Holy shit! Brain Burst, a mysterious VR game from the future made by an unknown developer. In this game, players create robotic avatars and fight against each other for BP in a virtual field superimposed on top of the real world. The real world data used to generate this field is captured from a network of social cameras that cover almost all of Japan. This results in an accelerated world that is truly an alternate version of reality. How does it manage to accelerate its players' brains? How does it seamlessly hack into the ultra-secure social camera network for its map data? And how is it able to access the deepest layers of a person's subconscious? These and many other questions about the game have yet to be answered. Oh wow. BP stands for burst points, the currency of the accelerated world that is won and lost throughout combat. They are required to use certain commands. Level up, what? Yeah, that's what it says. Level up, strengthen enhanced armaments, and more. If a burst linker loses all of their BP, Brain Burst is forcefully uninstalled from their neurolinker and erases all memories that a player had associated with it. Jesus Christ! Once this happens, a player is never able to install Brain Burst again. Well, there's no way they can. They'll never remember. You deleted all their fucking memories. They don't even know they got the game. That's the ultimate spam. I don't even know what to call that. What the hell? God damn, that would be so cool to see. I like that though. It's not death, but it's still a pretty big. You lose everything and you literally get nothing. It's a weird concept. Transition, the act of field changing from one stage to another. Brain Burst contains numerous different fields in the unlimited neutral field. Burst linkers are free to explore a virtual world that is just as spacious as the real one, because it is superimposed on top of it, with no time limit, all the while maintaining their accelerated state. The unlimited neutral field transitions through stages on a regular basis. Leave Point, a transition device that serves as the only means of returning to reality for burst linkers. Traversing the unlimited neutral field, the coordinates of these points are fixed in space. For example, if a building with a leave point on the roof were to be destroyed, then the leave point would remain intact, floating in midair. Oh. That's weird. Objects, nerve gear. A helmet-like device made exclusively for full diving. By completely blocking the user's senses from reality and using electric impulses to stimulate their nervous system directly, it is able to provide completely immersive experiences in VR that are indistinguishable from those of the real world. However, the same reality-blocking systems can also be repurposed to destroy users' brains, which is how the SAO players who died in the death game were killed. In the wake of the SAO incident, the government has confiscated all remaining units and is no longer being manufactured. Amusphere, the next generation full dive device that replaced the nerve gear. It is significantly smaller than its predecessor, resembling a pair of goggles, much more than a full-blown helmet. It also employs a much safer design at the expense of not fully shutting off the user's sensations from reality. This has left some former nerve gear users somewhat disappointed, as they feel like the VR experience isn't quite as high fidelity. Oh, you pussies! Oh, that's kind of cool. They found a way to be the senior generation. Oh, your kid's gear is nothing like the old gear back in my day. Neurolinker, a small AR/VR device worn around the user's neck. I was right, and then I just second-guessed myself. It connects directly to the user's cerebrum and provides a variety, I almost said cerebellum, a variety of functions that can be controlled by gestures and voice commands, such as a virtual PC desktop that only the user can see. When connected to a local network, the voice command direct link will connect the user to the local area-only VR space. Social cameras. Hang on, I got a burp. A Japan-wide series of network cameras that were installed in 2047 and are managed exclusively by the Japanese government. They are installed in almost every location, both indoor and out, and are protected by extremely heavy encryption. Miscellaneous identity exposure. Titty exposure. The act of having one's real-life identity be leaked online. This possesses an especially large danger for burst linkers, as it leaves them vulnerable to being ambushed and losing all of their BP. Wow, that's fucked up. Guardian and Protege. In Brain Burst terms, a Guardian is the burst linker who invited someone else into BB, Brain Burst, and their Protege is the burst linker they invited. As Brain Burst is not distributed openly, hang on, my fucking eyes. The only way it can spread by a would-be Guardian copying it to their potential Protege's Neurolinker. For example, when Haruyuki installed a copy of Brain Burst he received from Kuroyuki Hime, she became his Guardian and he became her Protege. Brain Burst can only be shared this way once per burst linker, so this results in a unique bond for both Guardian and Protege. That's fucking weird. Alright, this is the part I'm gonna need to take a break. And then we're gonna do all these, and I know that's why I'm doing it this way. If you don't want to hang out for it, it's fine. I want to know as much as I can, and like I said, it'll benefit me later to having to watch this, and I can just skip ahead, learn the controls, and we can go right back into playing the hell out of the series. Because I really like these games. Even though they're not the best, they never aim to be. But what they do is they feel like you're in the TV show. I mean, granted, yeah, it's got its issues, and it's price budgets and stuff. Like just having a still frame art scene that doesn't bother me though. I don't know why. It just doesn't. Maybe because you pretty much have the original cast there, which is fucking phenomenal. It's like you can kind of say they rushed it, but they didn't, because they have the actors and actresses and the writers from the fucking show. It's like, good God, dude. How the fuck are they doing all this content? I mean, I like to hope you guys kind of say that about me. It's like, how is he putting all this out and always trying to be so chipper? And I hope that you do that, because I'll tell you how I do it. Hard fucking work. I stay up late. Sometimes I'm seeing double when I'm editing these videos. I don't care. I do it because I love it. I never complain to you guys about it, but it's something that should be noted, you know? That's how they make these kind of things, you know? They're making a TV show while they're making this, while they're way ahead. So they've already made like 3 games while they're making a TV show. I don't know how they do this. I really don't. But I'll be right back. I'm just going to drink some coffee off screen so I can also bank this as well, so I don't have to watch the clock and I can just read this. So I'll see you in a second. Alright, I'm going to try to finish this up real quick so it's done. I've just got finished my war on the goddamn fleas with the stupid dog. Oh my god. Poor little guy was in agony, man. There's red bumps all over the little poor guy, man. It sucks, but what am I supposed to do? I gotta wait for the damn flea shampoo to mail from Amazon. I don't know why the hell fucking dad ordered it on Amazon. I could just gone to Walmart and picked it. Whatever. Alright, stamina. Stamina is oh, the reason I read this, by the way, is because sometimes, I don't know if you guys notice this as well, sometimes developers put special stuff that's not in the game anywhere in these tips. And it really behooves you to read them. So I don't know if this is one of those companies or not. Plus I really like the idea of having a video set so I can just skip to it real quick, warm up, and then start the video. So, stamina is depleted and performing strong attacks, triangle, dashing, left stick plus R1, and quick stepping, left stick and circle. If your stamina SP runs out completely, you will be unable to perform any actions that require SP until the gauge is recovered. Weak attack and strong attack. Weak attacks do not cause much damage and they're not particularly effective at knocking opponents off guard, but they do enable you to act without depleting SP. Strong attacks are powerful and effective at knocking opponents off guard, but they also use SP. Keep an eye on your SP and try to balance your attacks. Is that why? Is that why I'm probably getting those weird flashes because I'm running out of SP? Probably. It's probably like SP drained. Blocking attacks R1 plus circle will nullify the damage the attack would normally have caused. The amount of SP required to block— oh, come on! An attack varies depending on the strength of the attack being blocked. Oh my god. If you try to block an attack that requires more SP than you currently possess, your defense will be broken and you will be left vulnerable for a short period of time. So that's probably what's happening. I'm probably trying to block something that I... Alright, however, there is a way around this dilemma. If you can execute just a just guard by blocking an attack at just the right moment, you will not use up any SP. Oh my god. Those quick ones that you... oh, okay, that's crazy. Alright. Try to remember it. Charge attack. Certain fairy weapons and dual avatars are capable of going into charge state by holding down triangle. Once charged, you can release triangle, and it will unleash a powerful charge attack. The longer you are able to charge, the more powerful the resulting charge attack will be. Switch character with L1 and R1. I was holding both like an asshole. Between controllable characters. Only available in single player mode. Aerial dive. When flying with a fairy avatar, you can press the R1 and X together to activate your aerial drive, and fly at high speeds as long as your SP lasts. Is that what I was doing? I was just hitting R1. I don't know. If you use your aerial drive to fly in the same direction for a while, you will begin flying faster than usual while exuding a special aura. Once this happens, your character can perform an incredibly powerful aerial dive attack. This technique can also be performed by dual avatars with the power of flight. Yeah, I don't think I was doing this. Flying controls. Hold down X while flying with a fairy avatar to reduce your flight speed. You can also quickly double press X while flying to turn around and on the spot begin flying in the opposite direction. I really should have done this a while ago. Switch. When the switch gauge is full... where'd that hiccup burp come from? You can press circle and triangle together to perform a switch attack. Switch attacks increase your damage multiplier and will also stun your target for a short period of time. Okay, there's a lot more to this game than I thought, and it's kind of bad though that I'm on hard and I'm able to do so much without actually knowing any of this, but that's okay, we now know this. So in the single player mode, switch attacks will also tag in another controllable character. If you are familiar with each other's attack styles, you should be able to use switch attacks to keep tagging characters in and perform more powerful combos. Okay. Yeah, 'cause I just don't like it when I can get through the game without learning this stuff, but that's okay. You know what? I don't care anymore. I'm not gonna fault them, especially making games like this. It's gotta be hard. And it's not their fault that I'm lazy and don't want to learn the moves, so I'm gonna learn the moves anyways, because let's see what the game has to offer. Accel moves. When controlling a dual avatar, you can press square and X together. There's a lot of weird together stuff in this. To perform an Accel move, which uses SP, it's just weird because I'm in single player. It's hard for me to think, oh, together, I'll try to remember this stuff. Which uses SP to move a dual avatar close to an opponent in the blink of an eye. This technique enables dual avatars to close in on and attack opponents from far away, god damn it, whether they are on the ground or in the air. That would have helped me in so many scenarios. Alright, good. High jump. When controlling a dual avatar, holding down X and releasing it will perform a high jump. You can continue to perform high jumps for as long as your SP lasts. God, there's a lot of SP dependency here. Dual avatar special move gauges can be filled by landing hits on opponents or by destroying breakable objects. When fighting a flying or a floating opponent as a dual avatar, use an Accel move to quickly close the distance. From there, you can alternate between patterns of weak and strong attacks depending on how much SP you have left, to remain in midair during the duration of your combo. Oh, okay. Special bow controls. You can hold down triangle to aim manually. Doing so will also charge the bow, giving you access to a more powerful attack. You can also hold down the square button to bring up the arrow selection menu. Special arrows are finite, so you'll want to keep a close eye on your quiver. So it sounds like they actually are going to need me to switch. Alright, I'm going to try that. I still want to. Hopefully we have that girl equipped, because I want to try the fire arrows. Multi-lock-on. Some projectile attack skills are able to lock onto multiple enemies. Sorry if nothing makes sense, by the way, I just fucking woke up. Simply by holding down the appropriate button, when the button is released, the skill will automatically fire upon each target simultaneously. Skill Connect. Under normal circumstances, using a skill leaves you vulnerable for a short period of time. However, if you use another skill during that vulnerable period, not only do you cancel it out, you also use the next skill immediately, but your damage multiplier will increase by a fixed amount as well. Oh, so I was damaging more because I was connecting the skills. We did figure this one out. This technique of chaining skills together is called a Skill Connect. The longer you can keep a chain of skills going, the more the damage multiplier will grow. Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out ways to keep it going, but I wasn't really good at it yet. In single player mode, press the touchpad to open the item menu, then press triangle to switch to the command menu. This menu provides useful options for changing your party members' behaviors. Patterns. God damn, this is hard. Communication menu. Hold down the touchpad to open the menu. The communication menu lets you make comments and perform gestures to anyone nearby. Frequently used commands can be saved via the custom chat tab via options menu. Skill grades. Most skills fall under one of 4 grades. A skill's grade denotes not only its power, but also how much it costs to use and how long its cooldown period is. The higher the grade, the more all of these numbers will go up. Skills with grades are marked by a diamond icon. Nope. By diamond icons with different numbers of icons corresponding to different grades. I wish you would have given me an example. That one wasn't very well explained. Skill shortcuts. Attack and healing skills must be assigned to a shortcut before they can be used. Once a character learns such a skill, be sure to try it out in the shortcut screen. Be sure to set it in the shortcut screen and set it in and try it. Fuck off. Remember, you can set items and party commands as shortcuts too. What? Oh yeah, I did learn items. Special camera controls. Press L2 to quickly reset the camera. God damn, I never figured that out once. My favorite thing about doing this too is how little we knew, and then reading the reviews, and the camera's terrible, this is terrible, and we just learned how to counter all that shit. All they had to do was do their job and actually look at the tips, which is why this fucking exists. Press L2 to quickly reset the camera. When locked onto a target, pressing L2 will center the camera on the target. Otherwise, the camera will be centered in the direction you're facing. When locked onto a target, you can also use the right stick while holding L2 to move the camera while staying locked on. Status ailments, part 1. Oh Christ. It's never good when there's a part 1 of status ailments. Can you stop that? Why aren't you moving, Trey? There are many types of status ailments that you will encounter along your journey. All of them will fade with time. But items and skills can help you get rid of them faster. Poison, you slowly lose HP. Your HP will not reduce to 0 though, so as long as you don't get hit, you won't die from poison, okay? Fatigue slowly loses MP, does not affect dual avatars. Okay. Seal disables sword skills, magic, incarnate abilities, and special moves. Wow, Seal sounds like a fucking nightmare. Curse halves the effect of all healing magic and items, also doubles the damage you take. Alright, Curse and Seal suck shit. Confuse causes attacks to damage allies and makes you lock onto random targets. Dazzle, sometimes you miss attacks. Oh! I'm gonna have fun with Dazzle. Status ailments part 2. There are many types of status ailments that you will encounter along your journey. All of them will fade with time, but items and skills help you get rid of them faster. It was probably the same thing just before, sorry. Paralysis. Unable to take actions other than using a paralysis curing item until the effect wears off. I can use a paralysis healing item? That's pretty cool. Sleep. Unable to perform any action until the effect wears off. Being attacked will wake you up, removing this effect. Now, I was just thinking about Final Fantasy VII and what a fucking nightmare that is, because when you get sleep, you can't do anything. When you get paralysis, you're fucked. You're just literally waiting out the game. I guess they thought of that so you didn't have that problem here. Bind. Unable to perform any action for a brief time. Wears off faster than paralysis or sleep. Stun. Unable to perform any action for a few moments. Wears off faster than bind. Improving base attack power. Yeah, that does say base. Over here it says basic. Basic attack power can be raised for fairy avatars by equipping higher grade weapons. For dual avatars, levels have the most effect on attack power, so be sure to raise their level as high as possible. Once you've reached the character's natural attack power limit, you'll want to start looking into enhancing your weapons at a smithy, or using BP to further enhance a dual avatar. Damage types. Every kind of attack has at least one of 9 damage types. These damage types include slashing, crushing, piercing, fire, water, wind, earth, holy, and dark. Every opponent you fight will be weak or strong to one or more of these types. It's just like fucking Persona. Fairy avatars can inflict different damage types by changing their weapon, but dual avatars' damage types are innate to individual characters. That said, some attack skills can be used to deal damage of types other than a dual avatar's native damage type. Keep an eye out for them. I have no idea what I just read, but it was good. I think it's telling me to watch out for, I have no idea. What is this trying to tell me? Oh, it's saying that I can sometimes do more than just what their innate abilities are. But you have to keep an eye out and find those. Okay. Instead of just being able to only use the one type. Fairy Avatar Sub-Equipment. If a Fairy Avatar's main equipment is one-handed weapon, then they can also use sub-equipment, like a wand or a shield. It's a weird one. On the other hand, shields provide a boost to physical and magical defense, and wands can raise magical attack power. Enhanced armaments are items that can only be equipped by dual avatars. They provide numerous benefits such as increasing attribute resistance or adding status ailments or regular attacks. Some enhanced armaments can only be equipped by specific dual avatars. God damn, the person who made this menu did not care about readability. This is not fun to read. I'm sorry. Engraved stones add attributes to regular attacks. They can only be equipped by dual avatars. They can also be enhanced at the BP shop. Equipment ability. Some equipments dropped by monsters or found in treasure chests can inflict extra types of damage or possess special abilities. Higher level monsters have greater chances of dropping higher quality equipment. Element appraisal. Unidentified equipment cannot be equipped until it has been identified at the equipment or engraved stone shops. Equipment requiring, I almost said reburring, don't even ask, requiring identification has a greater chance of high quality. Enhancing weapons. Weapons can be enhanced at a smithy through the use of materials. You can choose to enhance base or element attack. Either way, every enhancement adds +1 to the weapon's modifier. Blacksmith's weapon effects can endow weapons with special additional effects. The materials required to do so must be the same as the base weapon, and possess the effect you wish to add it. What? Transforming weapons. Weapons that have been enhanced to their limit can be transformed by using materials. Transformed weapons lose the modifier they had in their prior form, but in exchange they go up a rank and gain increased attack power. Blacksmith level can be raised by simply practicing their craft. As a smithy's level goes up, they will be able to handle higher ranked weapons, enhance weapons to higher limits, and as a bonus they won't require as much yield for their services. Jesus Christ, so you need to basically, I didn't even see an option yet, but I guess there is an option to go to different smithies. But you always want to go to the same one, because otherwise you'll be wasting levels and not leveling the damn smithy up. Affinity. When two party members continue to fight alongside each other, their affinity for each other will grow. The stronger their affinity, the more damage multiplier will increase when performing switch attacks. That's why those random events are happening. The longer they're around each other. Okay, that's pretty fucking sweet. I gotta admit, that's pretty cool. As an added bonus, raising characters' mutual affinity may lead to hidden bonus stories. Basically giving you an actual real reason to play as every character and enjoy the game. Alright, that is my favorite thing you've actually taught me so far. Yield and BP. Shops in Rin accept both Yield and BP as currency. When selling items, you may receive either Yield or BP depending on the item. Maintenance booth. Maintenance booths can be found within Rin, and are in, it sounds like you're inside a woman, and in various places around the field. They enable you to save your game, rearrange your party lineup, and manage stored items. Titties. I had to do it. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make this fun. It is not really that fun, but I am glad I'm reading this, so hopefully you guys are as well. But at least I warn you what's coming up, and you know what to expect in Readables, so you can't be like, oh my god, he's reading again. Like, if that's said in Readables, you're kind of an idiot. It's called Readables. I don't know how to not be mean on that one. As you continue to defeat enemies, complete quests, and so on, you will receive different titles as a record of your accomplishments. Any title you receive can be set to visible to other players and what? How did I do that? Any title you receive can be set to be visible for other players in multiplayer games. Okay. Game difficulty can be adjusted in the option menus on the title screen. On easy, every enemy you encounter will be weak, making it, well, easier to complete the game. Ha ha ha. I like how easy makes fun of you. On hard, every enemy you encounter will be stronger, but it will also be easier to find high quality equipment. What? Hard sounds easy. God damn it. Really? That's fucking weird. I wonder why they did that. Your chosen difficulty setting has no effect on multiplayer, but the enemies you encounter in multiplayer are as strong as the ones you find in hard. Okay. And it is also just as easy to find high quality equipment. Well, it makes sense. The game's basically in hard, you just said. Options. Here you can adjust the game's camera, movement, blah blah, settings. Reviving. When a party member is knocked out, they can be revived with a certain item, like they do with a good jostle. I don't know how to say it. Or skills like resurrection. Items can revive knocked out party members from any distance, but skills can only be used with close range. Close range. BP shop. At the new BP shop that just opened up in Rin, you can use BP to buy special exclusive products. Not only that, rumor has it, get out of my head, Adele, get out of there, that they can accept special orders. Fountain of Encounters. That sounds like a really sexy fountain. A well-known fountain in Rin that people use for meetups, so often it has become known as the Fountain of Encounters. Many of the stories involve various party members will most likely start here. Arena. Rin's Schwitterstilt? What the fuck is that word? Schwurstilt? Fucking Gestapo? I don't know what the fuck that is. Arena. Now floats in the sky as a result of the erosion. Accordingly, the old portal in Rin has shifted to serve as a teleportation gate between the arena and the city. Challenge quests are regularly posted to the Rin quest board. Their objectives typically involve hunting down monsters, collecting items, and so on. Once you've completed a quest and made a report, you can also collect its reward. To easily report a successful quest from wherever you happen to be, simply go to the quest screen from the main menu and select the completed quest. Yeah, I found that out the hard way. Extra quests can also be found there. These quests all focus on battle and typically involve teleporting to a field where opponents lie in wait. Once you have defeated the quest's target, you can report your success to receive the quest's reward. You can attempt the same quest with up to 4 players in multiplayer, but be warned that doing so means facing proportionately tougher opponents. Make sure you've got your team combos down before attempting one. Really? Friend quest. Sometimes you'll receive friend quests from other characters when you complete these quests. In addition to receiving the quest reward, you will also strengthen your relationship with that character, which may lead to more friend quests. Holy shit, there's a lot to this game. Sudden quests occur suddenly when you're exploring the field, usually tasking you with defeating monsters or keeping a given target safe. You are free to try and complete these quests for reward, but there is no penalty for ignoring them. If you have a more pressing objective, feel free to focus on that. That said, it does seem that completing sudden quests may reward you in ways that are not immediately obvious. What the fuck? Okay, I take this back. The tips people started out kind of blah, well, let's do my taxes, but now they're actually making this quite fun to read. Pure color treasure chests. Sealed pure color treasure chests can be found in various locations around the field. To break the seal, you'll need a catalyst item of the same color as the treasure chest. I wonder where you could find one. Rare monsters occasionally will come across locations in dungeons that spawn very powerful monsters. Yeah, that didn't make sense. That didn't make any sense. You may even find such locations after revisiting dungeons you have previously created. I'm thinking a Little Big Planet, alright? I really kind of want to play that tonight. Monster Generals. Every once in a while you may come across a monster emitting an aura and surrounded by its allies. These are Monster Generals, powerful creatures that lead armies of fierce beasts. Oh, monsters led by a general are far stronger and more aggressive than their peers. However, defeating their general will disorient them, making them much easier to battle. Huh. Consecutive attacks. As you land more consecutive attacks, you also improve your chances of receiving rare items. Don't forget that you can change characters and still preserve your hit count. This is often key to achieving longer chains. Don't care. I don't care. Okay, we're good. That's all I'm gonna do for here. I'll fine, because you're right, we read everything else. Multiplayer basics. To begin a multiplayer game, just go to multiplayer and press the multiplayer button. Start by going to the matching portal in Rin and choose the matching type. Custom match enables you to create a room that only match players who meet the conditions can specify. You specify. I fucked that. Free match matches you with any available player, no restrictions. Multiplayer matches are two types. PvP available in multiplayer, duels, and feuds. Oh, there are two types of PvP. I don't care. I'm Ayato666. Thank you for watching. I just don't care about multiplayer in the series. I don't care about any of these Sword Art games. I play them to feel like I'm Kirito, goddammit. Not to... I like the multiplayer, but every time I go on there, someone just gives me ridiculously OP stuff. I want to play the game for real. I tend to find stuff people don't know about, and that's because I naturally play the game and get into them. So thank you guys for watching. I will catch you in the next episode. Like I said, I did this all once, so we didn't have tons and tons of readables. So it'll be one giant episode. I'll see you in the next one. I guess I gotta go put pants on. Damn it!